My name is Maryam and I'm like a fine artist, so mostly I enjoy painting and also printmaking, but painting is just more like accessible to me, so mostly painting. I probably started, like as a kid, I did a lot of art stuff. Like my parents always bought us the like how to draw books, and we would always like make little booklets of like each animal and have like all the different ones. I kind of started getting into fashion towards like middle school, high school, and I kind of got back into art like mid-high school, because that's when I moved up to an advanced class, like without any of my friends to distract me. So like then is when I noticed that I really liked it, and I decided to go to college for art. And so I guess that's when I became more serious about it, like senior year to college. I think art is a huge way to rebel and like voice your opinions on certain matters. Like, for me, example, I'm not really someone that would talk about something too much, but if I have something I'm feeling inside, I usually make it into like a painting or draw it out. And I think having art, because it's such an influential thing, it's like such a big part of society, I think, and having art that speaks out against certain things, I think, is a huge way of like letting people know like what's going on in the world and how you feel about it, which is pretty awesome. I would say everything, because I feel like you can find inspiration literally in anything, like walking in the sidewalk and like you see a weird crack and you're like, oh wow, that'd be interesting to like include in a piece. I think world events are really interesting to like incorporate into your artwork. I think personal experiences, basically that's more so what I focus on, like personal experiences and like, I don't know, like things that make you mad or like upset. It's like a good way to like get out your anger. Yeah, definitely. What I try to do with my artwork is I try to do more like realistic stuff. So you have to really get like the proportions down, and when those aren't working out, like it'll look really funky. Like that's why this piece I'm working on right now looks really weird, because like it's not all the way mapped out. So like if I'm working on something, usually I want to do something that's like realistic combined with something that's more abstract, so it's more interesting to look at. So basically if like proportions aren't working out right, it's really, really frustrating. I think I used to get really discouraged by that, but like being in school for art has helped a lot, because you get that down like to the T in school. But like nowadays it's a lot easier, but like back then it was a little more frustrating. I think it's definitely like the foundation of like any community, friendship, or like family structure. Like basically I would say if you have like one of those friendships or like relationships where it's not based off like love or like support, good vibes in a sense, then it's just, it's like a toxic environment to be in. And I think to have like a good structure of any sort of people, like family, friends, community, whatever, you need to have like a positive environment, and that needs to be filled of people with like aspirations and people that are going to inspire you to like do your goals and everything. Not someone that's going to be like really competitive. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but competitive in the sense where they're going to do anything to get on top of you and bring you down to bring themselves up. I think a community should be people that are all trying to move forward and move forward together, you know. I would say just keep doing what you're doing, because I think there are a lot of times where you're a young artist and you don't really think that, you're gonna be able to go far with your art, but just get to know other people and, like broaden your horizons. And like the more people you know and the more like places you go, you're gonna be more recognized as like an artist. And I would say don't listen to other people who tell you that, oh, you're not gonna find a job in art. It's kind of true, but at least you're gonna be doing what you love, and you can find work in art, but you just need to try harder. And I feel like as an artist, if you're gonna be doing a job that you hate, you're gonna live like a miserable life for what? Just to have a living? And imagine if you can find a job with art and you can love it and you can be getting paid for doing what you love. It's which would be amazing. And even so, like, I met these artists that work at a video game company, and like a lot of them are fine artists, and they do paintings on the side, and they have their own art shows and stuff like that. But they have like jobs that'll bring them income. So it's like you can always have a balance. It doesn't always have to be like one or the other.